Short people got no reason to live. They got little hands and little eyes. They walk around telling great big lies.
Now, the singer-songwriter Randy Newman, I would argue, does not believe the lyrics of this song, Short People. But the song works because he's writing through a character. And today we look at how he uses that approach along with irony and perspective to create songs that hold my interest and hopefully yours too. So stick around. That's coming up on today's episode. I'm Jared Ritchie, and today is Friday, November the 14th, and you're listening to the Friday 5 series from Musically Speaking. Point number one today is the character voice. The singer-songwriter Randy Newman is one of the few songwriters, I would argue, who regularly writes from the point of view of a character. These narrators are not Randy Newman speaking for himself. They're actually invented voices that reveal something about human nature by what they say and how they say it, at least according to Randy Newman's perspective. And this is why the song Short People that we heard in the lead-in works as satire. The singer in that song is not Randy. He's playing the part of a prejudiced, small-minded person so that listeners hear how absurd that viewpoint really is. And Newman has used this technique for decades. Songs like Korean Parents with lines, Korean parents for sale seem to poke fun at what you could call overachievement culture, where you have these hover parents, particularly Asian parents is the caricature. Political Science is another. It's intentionally ridiculous as it highlights the dangers of national self-importance, particularly from the American perspective, I would argue. And Newman shines a light on our assumptions. This is a rhetorical device he uses by letting a fictional character speak them out loud. And for that reason, it's point number one. I think it's interesting, if nothing else, to check out Randy Newman's songs, the character's voice.
You just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you've got a friend in me. Yeah, you've got a friend in me.
Point number two is the New Orleans piano that you hear a little bit of that there, even in his movie soundtrack from Toy Story. But Randy Newman spent part of his childhood in New Orleans, and you can hear that influence in a lot of his music with the blues and the jazz influence from that New Orleans Dixieland style. His left-hand swings, he's got harmonies that blend blues and jazz and gospel. Even in a children's movie song such as this, the touch is warm and it's enjoyable. I think it's why that song was so iconic. And what makes his style stand out is it's simplistic. That's just a piano cover, a live cover. He's not flashy. He doesn't have the best voice, but he plays with a feel and a restraint and a kind of a unique, quirky confidence. His piano lines sound approachable, but it has more detail than it would seem. In fact, anybody who's tried to play it will recognize that. They give his characters a musical world and a personality matching the fictitious narratives that he puts in there. And that's the reason I give for point number two to check it out.
If you see him, push him toward the light. Where is my wandering boy?
And point number three, the fragile voice. Randy Newman is not a polished singer. His voice is nasal, it's small, it sometimes cracks, especially in his older recordings, live ones like this. But that's part of his shtick. When he sings something reflective like this Wandering Boy, the vulnerability is real. There's no gloss to hide behind. Some singers impress us with power, with their amazing vocal ability, but Newman moves us with honesty. He moves us with his compositions, his writings, and I think for that reason he's worth you checking out. So whether he's using his satire or he's rolling out piano-style accompaniment or singing with this voice, he's got something that's worth your time. So I hope you'll check it out. I'll put a link in the show notes for you to listen to some more of his music. That's all for this time. Till next time, take care.